Get ready for the show, it's about to begin. Pro fan talk when we dive right in. Sports talk, hot takes, ain't nothing we lack. We the real fans, nothing holding us back. Mic check, 1, 2, y'all know the drill. We bringing the energy, we keep it real. Touchdowns on liquid air on and slam dunks on the court. Every sport, every game, we holding down the fort. We breaking down the plays, dissecting the stats. Pro fan talk, we keeping it fat. Debating with passion, no filter, no doubt. We the voice of the fans, we scream and we shout.
What's going on, good people? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We are here. It's Thursday before the parade. Figured I'd get a live stream in before everything goes off the rails tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Got to be down at NovaCare at around 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Yeah, we're going to have some fun, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. What's going on? Super Bowl champions, man. They can't mess with us. They can't mess with us, man. All that smack they talk, I keep pulling them receipts. Everybody got something to say. But they forgot about Dre. Man, that's a good feeling, man. This is a better feeling than 2017. 2017 was finally we got over the hump. Right? And then 22 was we was that close. BS call, never let Patrick Mahomes have the ball at the end of the game, all of that type of stuff. We had it in our grasp and we couldn't hold on to it. Our second half in that game was god awful. Defense couldn't stop a thing. And Patrick Mahomes did what Patrick Mahomes does. I don't know why everybody thinks all of a sudden he's not in the GOAT category anymore. We'll discuss that a little bit later. But, yeah, man, our defense put them beads on them. Jalen Hurts was throwing the ball all over the field when they said he couldn't do it. So, yeah, man, now we get our parade, and I will be down there. I will be in the front row. I will be down there right at the bottom of the museum steps. They will have the podium where all of the teammates making their speeches. And then all of the alumni will be right at the base of the podium. And that's what I'll be. That's the way they had it set up last time. And it's going to be set up pretty much the same way this time. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't have to worry about parking. All I got to do is go down to the NovaCare Center, put my car down there, hop on the bus. They're going to bus us to the art museum. I'll be able to sit. It'll be me. And I'm guessing it'll probably be 50, 60 ex-players all in a room in the museum, and we just kind of chill there until the parade comes to us. And then when the parade gets to the museum, they'll take us out. We'll go down, we'll take our seats, and then everything will get started, man. So I got some things I'm gonna get signed. Hopefully I'll get some. Usually I'll have something with former players, and then I'll have something. Hopefully I can get up on stage and get some guys to sign autographs before they get up out of there. So we'll see how it happens, man. Everything will be moving. They're going to be drunk on stage. It's going to be ridiculous, man. It's going to be ridiculous, man. So appreciate you, Cody K. First out the limo. My man, Bro Claude, steady serving entertainment. What up, coach? Appreciate you, Bro Claude. Appreciate you, brother. Chris is in the building. They still salty that we won. Moving the goalposts. Facts. Chris, you already know I'm going to the parade, bro. You already know. I'm gonna be up there. Listen, you see that Kelly Green hoodie that I'm wearing in the thumbnail? That's what I'll be wearing. So I will be very easy to recognize. So if you see me, from the helicopter shot, if you see that Kelly Green hoodie with the big old school eagle on it, with the classic eagle logo on it, that's me. You already know that's me. So I will be down there, man. We're gonna be having a good time. I'm getting my notes together. I got a plan of attack, man. I got a plan of attack. Yes, I'm gonna have some fun, but I'm gonna be lining up some guests. Hopefully, I can get some former players to come on the podcast. in the coming weeks. Hopefully, I can talk to some of the guys that played in the Super Bowl, get some of them on tape. But you never know in a situation like that. I have no clue what the Wi-Fi situation is because I wanted to live stream, but I just don't think that's going to be feasible with 1 million people on site. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen with 1 million people on site. I might give it a shot just to see what happens. I'm gonna have my microphones, my wireless mics, and all of that type of stuff, man. But it's gonna be so many people. The bandwidth is just gonna be ridiculous. The network's probably gonna be all jammed. It's gonna be crazy, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I know I might try to do some things while I'm in the museum because we get like 2-3 hours. So I might try to do like a half hour or something, or 15 minutes. I might try to get you something live. I don't know what I can't, no promises because I don't know what the lay of the land is gonna look like. But we're gonna have some fun, man. I might be on like 7 o'clock in the morning because we ain't got to be there at 8:30, but I'm going super early so I can beat traffic and I ain't got to worry about none of that. I'm lucky enough Jeffrey Lurie's taking care of us. We're gonna park right down there at NovaCare, and then, like I said, they're gonna bus us down there, so we ain't got to worry about that. But it's still gonna be kind of crazy, probably coming over the bridge. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun, man. We got some fun. Exalted Club BC said, good evening, everybody. What's up, character development? What's up, dude? Appreciate you. Function, they forgot about us. They forgot about us. I got you, man. Hey, man, they just knew that Patrick Mahomes was gonna come in and just ruin our day, right? They just they just knew that was happening. Even now, when you look at the national media, what is everybody talking about? Everybody's talking about, did Patrick Mahomes lose his luster, or how bad the Chiefs played? You know, they just kind of overlooking the fact that our defense was dominant and Jalen Hurts was dominant. And even when all of that shit that they was talking about, the only way we could win was with Saquon. Well, Saquon the Chiefs did exactly what they wanted to do. They held Saquon to 50 yards, 57 yards he had on the day. Now, he had almost 100 all-purpose yards because he caught some meaningful passes. So he, in my opinion, he still had a good day. But they held him rushing. There was a couple of some stuff I want to go over. I've been so everywhere this week, I ain't really had a chance to look at the film. I'm going to look at the film now because I remember seeing there were 2 runs specifically that I thought Saquon could have bounced it one way or the other, could have made some things happen. So we'll take a look at that, man. But I just been processing, as Jalen would say, all of the stuff that's been happening this week. Just looking at all the crow that's being eaten and barbecued and smoked, that everybody's taking a good handful and a good helping. I appreciate Dan Orlovsky just coming out and saying it plainly. I owe Jalen Hurts an apology. I appreciate that, D.O. Everybody ain't doing that. Everybody's still trying to throw a butt, still trying to throw a well. And here's the funny thing. This is what people do. This is what people like Cowherd and others, this is what they do. Plenty of opportunities where they want to rip Jalen Hurts. And then they'll throw that one little, if he plays this well, and then he could probably do this. And they take that one little positive comment out of the 100 other negatives. And if the situation flips like it did, and we whoop that ass, now they got that one little hit to say, well, see, I did say, so they like doing that, man. I tell you what, man, it was a whole lot of flip-flop. Whole lot of flip-flop. So, and let me be honest with you, I even appreciate Stephen Wright. Not Stephen Wright. What's the name? What's his name on First Things First? The one with Chris Broussard. Nick Wright. I appreciate what he said. He gave Jalen his props and all of that type of stuff, told the situation where he met his mom and all that kind of stuff. But I tell you what, I did like the fact that somebody was on Twitter and said that it took Jalen's mom going off on Nick Wright for him to, say something right or something to the effect. And props to Nick Wright because he responded and he said, I usually don't respond to this. He said, but don't make it look like Jalen Hurts' mom went off on me or it was a confrontation. He was like, it was nothing of the sort. It was a cool, calm conversation, and she was delightful. So I did appreciate Nick Wright saying that. And let me be honest with you, I know everybody hate Nick Wright for some of his takes and stuff, but I like Nick Wright. Nick Wright is unashamedly a KC fan, but I like Nick Wright because Nick Wright be schooling folks on the old Kansas City Royals and the Negro Leagues and all that kind of stuff. He does it right because he got ties to the history of Major League Baseball and the Negro Leagues and stuff like that. And he look it up. He says it on the shows. And you know, some of the criticism and some of his takes, it is what it is, man. He's one of them dudes that's at the top of the game. So you love to hate him, or if you like him, everybody want to see the train wreck. He's one of them. I put Nick Wright on the same train as Shannon, Stephen A. Smith, Marcellus Wiley, all of them, because you got people that love him and you got people that hate him, but everybody tunes in. And that's the thing that people don't realize. You in this multimedia game, this YouTube game now, and it's like, listen, if I got 1 million people that like me, and I got 3 million people that don't like me, and they throwing trolling and hate comments and all of that kind of stuff, that's still 4 million people that's paying attention. That's what people don't realize. That's what they don't realize, you know, with the YouTube game. Whether they like you or whether they hate you, they still paying attention. And that traffic doesn't care. The traffic does not care one way or the other. So whether it's love or hate, traffic is traffic. So say it's a war zone. What's up, K Chanel? What's up, Jermaine Brown? So I'm networking. Are you going to meet up with Tone, Simone, and LB to do a link up? I don't think they're going to be where I am. Where I'm going to be is I'm going to be like literally at the base of the Rocky Steps, right? And if they do it like they did in 2017, right? There's probably going to be about 20 rows of seats, and then they're going to have all of the rest marked off. They're going to have the borders, and it's going to be a bunch of cops, but that's where the crowd is going to be. So if you know anything about the art museum, when you go down to the art museum, there's that big loop around the fountain. So the curb of the street of that loop, that's where all the borders are going to be. Right in front of that is where I will be with all the other alumni, and then you have the stadium. Then you have the podium about, I don't know, maybe that first, if you know about the Rocky Steps, it's about 10 steps, then it flats, then it goes up, then so you got steps, then it flattens out a little bit. So they're gonna have the podium on one of those risers, right? And then we'll be right there. So last time we did it, Brandon, I got video. I'm gonna show you this video. I'm gonna let that play in the background. Matter of fact, I'll switch to that now. So this is the video I did from 2017. So I'll turn off the music just so you can see it. But you're gonna see they put us in the bus. We drive the parade route. This is us going to the museum. So we drive the parade route. So I got a chance to take the pictures, and the closer we get to the parade, the more people it was packed on the streets. Like you see the little borders, you see all the cops out there. That's what you're going to see when you get to the art museum. So they're going all the way down Broad Street. So yeah, and that's the fountain right there. That's the statue. So that's right in front of the art museum. So that's the big loop we're going around. And then, you know, I got some shots of we'll get some more shots outside. But this was all of us in the building. There's Freddie X, me and Seth, and my boy Shadilak. Got some guys signing autographs. I got some stuff I'm gonna get signed too. I couldn't find a football though. I didn't have enough time to get a football. But But yeah, just more. I think that's Lindetta, Brian Westbrook. Um, who else? Vince Papale. I gotta get Vince on the show, man. There's Trot over on the left. Um, Corey Buckhalter, my boy Big Luther Broughton's coming to town. Yeah, that is Corey Buckhalter. So yeah, we just the first 2 hours we are already going to be at the museum, so we're just going to be kind of chilling. And if you've ever been on a team, you know what it's like when you get with your teammates and you just sit around and chuck it up. You know what I mean? And that's all we did, man. And we just enjoyed each other's company. Hold on, let me go back to that because that's at the podium, right? So look at this. So you see all of these seats. This is where we're sitting right here. All them white seats right there. And then you see that little white border. That's like a low fence, and it's hard to tell, but all of them people in front of it, all of them cops are in front of it. You see the little I think that's like a little DJ booth. You got speakers on both sides, and you can just tell. Look at the sheer amount of people out there, man. So many people out there. So it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. What's up, Carlos? Carlos dropping the super chat. It's gonna be crazy tomorrow, man. You watching the old highlight of Randall? Okay, okay. I'll pull up some old. I'm on my first channel I created. I got some highlights on there somewhere that I could probably show you. The quality is horrible because it's from VHS. You know it's old because back then Cowboys were still winning championships. That's how old it is. uh, what's going on, Dave? People don't realize Hurts is only 26. Absolutely, he has the same record as Mahomes. Did at 26. Four straight years of the playoffs, 2 Super Bowls, 1 win, 1 the MVP. Absolutely right. You are correct. You are correct. And listen, man, everybody trying to paint the picture. Like now, this is the front of the steps. That's the podium, right? So you see, they got the risers right there, and this is where everybody come up and speak. So, yeah, I would imagine they're gonna have the same setup. They're gonna have the same setup. So, I'll be out there taking pictures. Yeah, folks all already out there camping out. We done had a couple people in the news and stuff like that, so it's gonna be dope. But yeah, man. As far as Jalen Hurts, what people tend to forget, especially with Jalen, is Jalen is so comfortable with what he's doing. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Carlos. Jalen is so comfortable with what he's doing. Now you're gonna see a shift. Watch, because the NFL is a copycat league. He's made it in vogue to like, hey, it's okay if you don't throw for 300 yards every game. But to be able to achieve that, it all goes back to what your GM and your front office is doing, because you got to have a complete team. And the fact of the matter is, even you these teams want to have a quarterbacks that throw for 300 and 400 yards. That's my boy Vince Papale. And you don't need that. The reason why you got people like that, look at all them people out there, man. The reason why you got quarterbacks like that is because they're deficient somewhere. Maybe they got only one. Rest in peace, Herb Lusk. Maybe they got just one good receiver or just an okay running back. So things like that. So they got to get a quarterback that can make up for all of that. So if you are going to get a QB that can run, you better have some complementary pieces. So, but yeah, that was out there. We out there partying. Look at all the people, man. That was the best part of it, man. Going up, I went up, and I'm gonna do the same thing tomorrow. I'm going up to the fence. There's like a little, you see the border, right? You see all the cops there. You see the border, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I walked up to it, talking to the people, Eagles chants, signed a couple autographs, took pictures, all of that type of stuff, man. Look at all them people, man. Look at all them people, and I'm telling you, it's tangible. That's my big brother Seth, and I told him we got to get another shot. So that'll be the thing. I got to get another shot with, a side profile shot with the stogie. So, yeah, we're gonna be doing that, man. But yeah, it's so much fun out there, and when you got that much energy coming at you, man, it's tangible, dude. It's tangible. Got the confetti coming out. Everybody else. I believe this was kind of at the end of it. And then you'll see later on where Brandon Graham literally gives us the trophy. Like, you can see how close I am. There's a trophy right there. And BG's gonna grab it and just gives it to us. And we started taking pictures with it. So that was fun, man. Yep. And then there we go. Everybody was handing it around. We was taking pictures with it. I wouldn't kiss it because there's been too many hands on that. Fred, you a good one. That's my guy John Boots. That's me and my buddy Ken Dunnick. Ken Dunnick played in the USFL and with the Eagles. That's my boy Luther. He'll be there tomorrow. Of course, that's Trot. Herb Lusk. Herb Lusk passed last year. Rest in peace, Herb. A lot of people. I can't remember who that was. And of course, that's me. So my boy Shadalak. So yeah, man, it went around. Just, we did our thing, man. So I think this year, I'm gonna go up on the podium. I'm gonna get some people because you see him signing stuff. So I got some stuff. I got a couple hats I'm gonna get signed. I got I got these. I got these at Alumni Day, and I got a silver pen. So I'm gonna take this down there. I'm gonna take a couple of these down there with my silver pen and see if I can get them signed. You see Big Lane with the goggles on. So me and Howie, Howie a good dude, man. Howie a good dude. Y'all done seen, if you see me on Discord or see my Twitter feed, I got a bunch of pictures with Howie, man. Howie's a good dude with Dougie P. So yeah, man, that's what it was about, man. That's what it was about. Getting that championship, getting that chip. What 3 moves would you do for next season? In my opinion, Zach Bond is number 1. Mekhi Becton is number 2. Mekhi Becton is number 2. To have a 6'7" guard that can move like he moves, and for him to play like he played for the first time being moved to that position, we got to keep Mekhi Becton. And plus, somebody with his background and his appreciation for what just happened, that's somebody I want to keep on the team. That's me personally. The third one is Milt Williams about to get paid. Josh Sweat, I would go. Honestly, I would probably let Josh Sweat go and keep Milt Williams. Because then you got Milt Williams and you still got Ojomo. But Milt Williams is about to get paid. I don't think I think we good either way. Because somebody going to get paid. Either Milt Williams or Josh Sweat. Somebody leaving and somebody staying. So if Josh Sweat want to keep the hometown discount, and this is the thing, and I said this go back a couple of years when Miles Sanders left last year. Especially now with this organization, with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the question you asking yourself, because we are set up to have another good run, barring any injuries. We are set up to have a good run next year, barring any injuries. So Saquon will be back. Kenny Gainwell should be back. Plus, we got the young boy, the young running back. What's the name? Gainwell and what's the other running back? Somebody give me the other running back. Getting too much CTE, man. Losing my memory. So we good. And we got depth. Our secondary is off the charts. Slay will probably retire or go somewhere else. Or if he comes back, he got to give a discount. And I don't know though, man. Slay plays so well at 34 years old. Man, Slay was balling. Bradbury will be off the books. And let me say this, man. I ain't got no Shipley, thank you, Will Shipley. Um, I don't have no ill thoughts about Bradbury, man. Bradbury did what he had to do. If y'all think Bradbury was back there just sitting there just trying to collect the check, just like wasn't involved, it don't work that way. Does not work that way. I guarantee you, he was probably teaching, schooling some of them young boys, schooling the young fellas in there, helping them in the film room. When you not playing, that's the only thing you can do as a vet. That's the only thing you can do as a vet. And I don't know what happened with Bradbury because his movement and his speed like declined sharply. He went off a cliff. Usually there's a steady decline for players like that. Like you can tell Slay is not quite as fast as he used to be, but Slay is still damn fast. So his decline has been gradual. And to me, it seems like Bradbury's just fell off the cliff. And like he couldn't run, he couldn't open his hips and run anymore. And then when he got hurt, it was what it was. So, but don't think for a minute he wasn't helping folks out. And like, hey man, let me go. He was helping out. He was doing this thing. You can't stop training. You can't stop training. It don't work that way. That's what I'm saying. When you're in a situation like that, you just don't stop doing what you was doing. Bradbury had a good year in 22. Bradbury was solid in 22. Don't forget. Bradbury was legit. So, but I think this was his last year. He got his ring. He earned it. I ain't mad at him because he could have said, "No, I want to play and I'm out." So that kind of goes into how many times have I talked about you don't deal with people, you deal with personality. And the personalities we got in that locker room are better than all the other personalities and all the other teams across the league. Ours is the best. Ours is the best. And I'm talking about pulling receipts. I got to pull my own receipt, man, because I remember when we hired Nick Sirianni. Yes, I'm like, you got to get a dude a chance. But I was laughing like everybody else at that press conference. And I got to find the cast I've got. It was me. I got my boy, my teammate from the year we won in the World League. We won the championship in the World League in 96. Jim Ballard was my quarterback. And Jim Ballard ended up being a coach at Mount Union. So he coached Sirianni for a couple of years. He was a quarterback's coach. So I had him on the podcast and he told me, he was like, listen, he was like, this dude knows how to win 3 championships in a row at Mount Union. I don't care what level you play at. I don't care if it's Division III, if it's Division II, NAIA, 1AA, what they used to call it. I don't care what level you are at. When you win a chip, you win a chip. You ain't going to tell me that I didn't grind and work my ass off to get that championship when I was in Scotland. You ain't telling me that. We busted our ass for that shit. So Nick Sirianni comes from good stock when it comes to that. We just didn't like the way it looked. But what do we know? We had no frame of reference. And first impressions do stick. But when you finally get somebody that puts in the work and you see what they got, it is what it is. And you just got to deal with it. And luckily for us, we had a guy that was the adult in the room, whether you like some of his antics or not. Because he talking to the crowd. And here's what I'll say about that. Him talking to the crowd and all that kind of stuff. Did he need to be a little bit more mature in some of those situations? Absolutely. However, if you knew some of the shit that people say in the crowds, man, talk your talk, Nick. I ain't mad at you. And I'll give you a prime example. You remember last year when we played Buffalo and the dude came over to the stands and got into a fight with the dude in the stands? Smacked the dude in the stands? Because the people in the crowd was screwing with that dude so bad, giving him the business. And I'm saying all that to say that's part of the game and that's what you got to deal with. But people get personal nowadays, man. People get real personal, and they say some grimy shit to the point where if they was to say that to you face to face out in the street or somewhere, you would bust their ass. So, take it for what it's worth. Do you want your coach to be a little bit more guarded than that? Absolutely. But it is what it is. He is who he is. And the funny thing about him and Jalen, they comfortable in their own skin. They comfortable being fiery. Jalen comfortable being, quiet. They want Jalen to talk more and they want Sirianni to talk less. But Sirianni says what he says for a reason. Sirianni talks in circles for a reason. And I was looking for this clip and I could not find it. I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to do a video about this clip. I don't know if it's on the Eagles website. I got to find it. It was Fletcher Cox addressing the team immediately after the Tampa Bay loss. And he let them know that he was done. And he went on this little rant about Sirianni, about backing Sirianni, about we the ones play on the field, whatever. I got to find it so I can rewatch it, so I can get that context back again. But basically what he did was he co-signed for Sirianni. He gave Sirianni a big public approval because he didn't have to do it. That was his moment. That was his moment. He didn't have to say shit about Sirianni. And nobody would have cared because that was his moment to say what he had to say to the team. This was about his journey and how he was walking away. Sirianni did not need to be in that conversation. Fletcher Cox chose to talk about Sirianni. And when he said that, I was like, he got something because everybody in that locker room is behind him. We couldn't see it. The public couldn't see it. The radio couldn't see it. But all the guys in the locker room was locked in. The situation about Jalen, I don't know what was going on with Jalen. Somebody else brought this up. I think this was Tyrone on 97.5. I had never thought about it that way until I heard him say it. When they got rid of Brian Johnson was one of Jalen Hurts' mentors. And honestly, I don't necessarily believe that Brian Johnson deserved to be fired because I don't think Brian Johnson was running his offense. He was running Sirianni's offense. Kellen Moore was running the version of Sirianni's offense. And they mixed some things up. So, and I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm guessing. Could that be the cause of the beef between Sirianni and Jalen Hurts and not being on the same page and some of the dry comments that come from kind of out of left field? It possibly could be. But they still got over it. Nick Sirianni still had everybody in that locker room facing the same direction. That's what you have to do to cultivate a winning locker room, a winning environment, and a winning team. That's what you have to do. I've been a part of two, if you want to call them major championships, I've been a part of two major championships and then a bunch of conference championships when I was in college. We made it to the Final Four a couple times, but we never made it to the big dance. But when you got everybody in that locker room on the same page, and we say that, we put that phrase out there very nonchalantly, on the same page. And I think a lot of people really have no understanding of what that means because it is very important and it is very hard to achieve, especially in this day and age when you got everybody and their mama on a podcast, everybody got something to say, and just because people listening don't mean that you should say it. And shout out to Brandon Graham saying what he's saying and that whole conversation with AJ and all of that kind of stuff, forgetting the fact that AJ was right at that particular time. Everybody just wanted to take it to the nth degree. These are grown men that had these type of conversations every week in the locker room, every week in meeting rooms, every week in film sessions. I guarantee you, what A.J. Brown said when he said we got to work on the passing game. It was short, quick, to the point. Everybody and their mama knew Jalen Hurts didn't have a good game. What do you think they talk about in film sessions? If that comment that A.J. Brown did, if that would have, if that comment would have broke Jalen Hurts down, then I don't want Jalen Hurts as my quarterback if he that soft. So, and I'll say this again, y'all don't have any idea the stuff that gets said in them film sessions, man. It is no holds barred. Your coach will cuss your ass out. You may have had a great game, but you made one bad play. They will rewind that joker 30 times. Your one mistake and cuss you out in the process. It is no holds barred. Nobody's exempt. And the big guy in the sky don't lie. So you can't hide. You can't give excuses because they're going to run it back and they're going to break everything down. Football is a game about little things. Little things add up to big things. Big things make big plays. Big plays turn into wins. So if you did something wrong, but your footwork was wrong and you threw the ball too high and got picked off, that's on the quarterback. They look at every little thing, technique that they work out and work on every day in practice. Footwork, drops, angles. Which way you looking first? Does the read go left to right? Does it go middle to right to left? Where's the reads? What are you doing against this defense? All of that type of stuff. The influx of information is ridiculous. And Jalen Hurts got to process all of that, still make the right decision, still make the right throw, and it got to be a good throw. And then on top of all of that, you got all of these egos and personalities that you got to manage. And Nick Sirianni is the guy that's got to come in and wrangle all of those cats, man. It is a supremely difficult job, and everybody can't do it. So, and even after the Tampa Bay game, last year in 23, I didn't think he would be fired. But if he would have been, I would have understood. Now we shifted to Howie Roseman. Because I'm sure somebody had a bug in his ear. Like, we got to get rid of this guy. He's just not the one. Why? He only thing he did was make it to the playoffs every year he's been a coach. But this is how the public and their narrative sometimes gets too loud, and it takes adults in the room to make the right decisions. Nick Sirianni was the adult in the room when the whole situation with Saquon breaking the record. Howie Roseman was adult in the room when everybody in Philadelphia wanted Nick Sirianni fired. All he did was go to a Super Bowl and lost on a last-second field goal against one of the best to do it. That's all he did. And then the next year, when the bottom fell out and our defense couldn't tackle worth shit, we still made it to the playoffs. We got blasted, but we made it. And then starting this year, 2024, there was a lot of talk. Are we going to wish they would have fired Nick Sirianni? Maybe we should have went and got the guy, Belichick. He was available. That would have been an upgrade. Blah, blah, blah. Nick Sirianni's been to the Super Bowl twice in 3 years and won it. And not only won it, whooped ass. He destroyed the best team and the best quarterback in the NFL. Destroyed them. Embarrassed them. That was a freaking Madden score. But everybody gets caught up in what it looks like, or our coach doesn't look as cool as something else. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird dynamic. And most of the times, the people on the outside looking in are almost always wrong. Yo, Breezo said, I'm going to the statue at 3 a.m. I'll see you down there, man. Listen, if y'all see me up there, if you see that green hoodie, holler at me. I'll come over there and take a picture with you, see if I can get some guys to come over, sign autographs or whatever. Holler at me. I will be there. Be like, yo, coach, I will turn around and try to find you. So I'm gonna be having fun, man. Be having fun. So I don't want no one saying anything about what is being said on the room. Hey, people do it all the time, man. People do it all the time. I keep trying to tell you, I'm gonna conduct an investigation to find the guy named Sources, because sources seem to know every damn thing. So it's like, mind your business. You 6'5" with a Guantanamo Bay shirt. Okay. You need pics with everybody. Okay. All right. If I see you at the front, man, I'll stop. Get a shot with you, dog. This would have been the same result 2 years ago with that 70-sack team if that field wasn't trash. I tend to agree on that. But I'm also, I'm from the old school where if they played on it too, you can't complain. They were slipping around too. They did not slip as much as we did. But that first half was bad. The reason why it got worse in the second half was because they had that long ass halftime show and they had that big ass stage right there. Very interesting when you saw Kendrick Lamar do his halftime show. In comparison to other years, that was a very minimal production. I mean, it was on turf as well, but the thing that people forgot, who was the halftime show that last year? I don't even remember. But they had that big stage out there, and basically it just mashed down the grass, and it made the turf hard, and so the cleats wasn't biting, and we was slipping all over the place. So, but yeah, that dude, whoever did that field should have been fired. Should have been, but he probably wasn't. It is what it is. So, do I got? Let me see if I can show some of these. Look at my. Let me see. I got a bunch of stuff on here, man. Oh, you can tell I'm into 3D because I got a bunch of 3D tutorials and shit. Super Bowl. This is my brain scan. Make sure I still got all my marbles. What am I looking for? I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, videos. Bam, here we go. All right, here go one. This is an 18-yard run against Atlanta. Yo, look how bad this looks, man. Look how bad this looks. You can barely see me. You can barely see me. Handoff from Randall. I think 18 yards on this play right up the middle. Let me see what else I got. Let me see. I know I got another one. Here's off tackle. It's a touchdown. I ran somebody over. Linebacker. Got the best of them. Bye-bye. Get off me, son. 53. That was my boy Aaron Emanuel. He was a running back out of SC. Was in camp. Give him a little spike. There we go. And let me see what was next. Off tackle. Go another one. This was outside. This is what I want Kellen Moore to do with damn Saquon. Run the ball outside, man, and let Saquon work. Look at him old ass sets. Let Saquon work, man. Let him work. Damn, Richie Kotite. Oh my God, that's crazy. What else I got? Let me see. All right, this is the best one right here. This is my favorite run right here. I'm gonna take this one. Take this one about 30. Broke a tackle. Took off on him. There we go. There we go. All right, Chris. I'll drop the link in a sec. All right, last one. I got one more, I think. 25. Oh, this was all right. I can say that I caught a pass from RC, from Randall Cunningham. Yep. A little screen pass. Made the most of it. I think I got like maybe 5 yards out of this. All right, got the first down. Well, all right. Got the first down. Thought I was going to break that last tackle and score, but didn't happen like that. But, did my thing. Did my thing when I got my opportunity. You feel me? So. Got to get through there, man. Got to get that burst back. Come on, son. All right, let me see. What we doing? Get my tight cornerback. Nope. Main studio. There we go. Uh-oh. Why am I looking? Why is my wall looking all crazy? Let me see. Let me tighten this up. Why is this looking all crazy? Hold on for a second. Now I'm mad that it's looking crazy. I might go to stay with the tight one. Let me see. Why is this main studio? Yeah, I don't know why this Oh, I know. There we go. That's why. I had it minimized. There we go. All right, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. All right, let's do let me see. All right, hold on. Did I play against Cilio? No, I didn't. Cilio was a little bit before me. Cilio didn't play long. Cilio, he bounced around a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, I did not play with Cilio. Hold on. All right, hold up. I'll drop the link. Let me see. There we go. Cilio was a baller at Miami. I didn't play with Golick either. I played with the guys I played with on the line. Like I played with Refrigerated Perry. I played with Clyde Simmons. I played with of course, Seth, Willie T, Byron Evans, Eric Allen, Andre Waters, Wes Hop, Eric McMillan, Mark McMillan, Rich Miano, Vi Sikahima, Herschel Walker. Trying to think who else. Yeah.
Oh, they that Eagles play.
What's up, Carlos?
What up, coach?
What's good, man?
We in here, baby. Chance, that's what I know.
Indeed, man. Indeed. It's a good feeling, man. Everybody looking at you.
Oh my God. Coach, I've been watching. I think I saw the replay like 5 times already. I done seen it mic'd up like 3 times. I done seen like 45 highlights. I've been watching all these Chiefs fans' reactions to it. Like,
Yeah, I've
there's
been
some
watching the
that
reactions
was
too. They
keeping it
funny.
real though. I keep it real. There's some of them that kept it real, but there's a lot of them that was like, now they crying about the game was rigged.
Yeah, man. You know what? It's always going to be both sides of it. We would do the same thing. You know what I mean? Let's keep it a buck. When we lost, we was complaining about the bullshit calls and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, they made the play they had to make when they made it. Period. That's just the way it goes. Now it was our turn. And it like I used to tell my kids when I coach, man, you know, leave no doubt. Leave no doubt. All I need you to do is win this play. And leave no doubt. And then when you win this play, do it again. And if you win more plays than they do, you win the game. And it cannot be understated how dominant our defensive line was. The whole game.
Man.
No
That
blitz.
was crazy. Like the way we suffocated them boys, like, and they kept lane discipline as well. They didn't let this guy do his little schoolyard ball. Because that's where he's the strongest to me. His schoolyard type of plays, his improvisation. That's where he's great at.
Oh, Mahomes,
and him growing up playing baseball, too. You can see a lot of baseball in his game. The way he throws certain passes, the way he does certain things, like it's crazy.
But you know, don't.
But yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow, man.
I
know
if
I can't make it to the parade,
Mahomes can tear you apart. He just didn't get an opportunity to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
but if I can't make it to the parade tomorrow in time, I'm gonna watch it from the top of the hill at the plateau.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can see a nice little view right there from the. Yeah.
I will be front and center, man. All right, brother.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you, dude.
All right, coach.
What's going on, Chris?
What up, coach?
It's all good, man. Getting ready for this parade tomorrow. Getting all my stuff together. Got to pack my.
Hey, man,
I'm get my clear backpack out. Got to get. What am I bringing?
Yes, sir.
All that kind of stuff. I got some stuff I'm gonna get signed. I got a couple hats. I'm gonna do it up. I'm gonna try to live stream while I'm at the museum, but I don't know what the Wi-Fi situation is gonna be like. So,
okay,
I don't know.
Yeah, that'll be dope because I'm over here. I mean, I won't be there. I'm over here on the West Coast, so I'm in LA. So,
it's all good.
Be at the parade, obviously, but obviously, through doing what you're doing, shit, you reaching everybody across the country. So it's all good with me, man. If you can get that live stream from the parade, that'd be dope. Especially for us that can't be there. But man, it still ain't hit me. Well, it hit me, but we Super Bowl champs, man. We really won the Super Bowl, man. I can't believe it, dog. Like,
man, we whooped that ass. That's what we did.
Not just won it, it's how we did it and who we did it against. Like, the Chiefs been the big bad monster. Ain't nobody been able to solve it. And we dismantled them. All that. And that 40-22 score was misleading. It was 40-6, man. That was the real score. It should have been. You're right. Yeah, that's that pattern at the end of the game they was doing. Shouldn't have anybody.
They got that Xavier Worthy touchdown. Yeah. Now, don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. That was a hell of a throw by Mahomes, but that was against two backups. Yeah. Like, that was garbage. That was mop-up duty. That was mop-up duty,
man. Like, that's when the game really mattered, it was 34-0 and 40-6.
I don't know who that was on. They were talking to Unc and Ocho.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked them, he said, when did you know it was over? And he said, when they put Kenny Pickett in. We put in our backups on you in the Super Bowl, yo.
Not just that, it was I think one of the first times in a long time, because usually the winning coach, they give him the little Gatorade shower. They said
Yeah.
this was one. Can you remember the last time they did the Gatorade shower before the 2-minute warning?
Yeah,
Like,
it was like 3:42 left.
yeah,
Yep.
it was about the good like 3 to 4 minutes left, and we had already done the Gatorade bath. I mean, that's
Yep.
how much of a beat down this was. Like you said, it was never a doubt, man. Anybody who, and some of these fan bases out here, and Detroit, and I don't know if you heard what Amon Ross said, and some of these
Yeah,
other
I heard
guys,
him.
like, oh, like, dude, y'all would have got the business too. Like,
They
some of
they they
y'all,
want to jump on the bandwagon. They want to
they
jump on
do.
the bandwagon. I ain't mad at them for that. I ain't
You
mad
know,
at them. So,
yeah, we doing
they gonna say what they want to say, and that
absolutely.
as long as we polishing them rings, man, it's all good.
Yeah, and I hope
All
I ain't
good.
gonna lie. I hope they keep doing it. I don't. I mean, personally, I don't mind the media. Keep doubting Jalen. Keep doubting this team. Keep doing what y'all been doing. Because I mean, as far as I'm concerned, uh, y'all did it this year, and look how it turned out. So I want
Yeah,
them
yeah.
to keep doubting them and keep doing what they've been doing. But I was gonna say I posted this one question yesterday. I was gonna pose it to you too right now because I
What's
thought
up?
about it. Because is AJ Brown the best wide receiver to win a Super Bowl in the last maybe 15, 20 years? Off the top of your head, is he the best one that you could think of? Because I was like, because wide receivers, it's been a big narrative about, you can't win with big time guys at the wide receiver spot.
Well,
And
so are you saying the best, or are you saying the best performance?
no, just talent wise, is he the best?
Um, I mean, it's arguable.
Or is he at least in the conversation?
He's definitely in the conversation.
Yeah, in the
He's
conversation.
definitely in the conversation, and I'd have to go back and look at the teams and see who had who.
Yeah,
But
I think a couple people off the top of the head that they named was Cooper Cup. That year they won because he was a Triple Crown guy.
yeah,
Antonio Brown in Tampa, but
AB,
he
yeah,
was
but
kind of,
AB what
yeah,
he wasn't.
it wasn't Pittsburgh.
Yeah, AB wasn't the same. AB has never been the same after that concussion.
No, after that concussion, and,
His personality changed after that.
yeah, and I think Mike Evans was on that Tampa team too, and
Yeah.
he good. But I just said if those are the guys off the top of the head, I'm like, me personally, and maybe this the the Eagle fan. Even I'm like, AJ's as good as anybody. Maybe not
Oh yeah.
statistically. You gotta remember, AJ. We don't play in the pass. He doesn't play in a pass heavy offense with a Matt Stafford and drop back guys who are throwing it around 40 to 50 times a week. He could be a Triple Crown guy if we did that, but we prioritize how we play and win the Super Bowl. So
Yeah, man, and I'm curious because the NFL is a copycat league. I'm
mm-hmm.
curious to see how Jalen Hurts' performance throughout the year, how that's going to reverberate across the league.
Oh yeah,
Because Jalen Hurts has shown you don't have to throw for 4,000 yards to win a game. And I even posted this on my Twitter page a couple days ago. Look at all the names. Look at all the names.
Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Bo Nix, Matthew Stafford, Josh Allen, CJ, Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love, Russell Wilson.
Look at the total.
What was that 40? What is that 45,000 at the bottom?
45,924 passing yards was at home watching the game on television. So for all of them people that want to check all of those boxes and you need the guy that's 6'3", 6'4" with the golden arm, all of that type of stuff. They want everybody looking for the next Matthew Stafford, all of that type of stuff. Matthew Stafford ain't make it. He won one,
sure.
but we got one too.
We got one too.
So
We've been to
we done been in two. So maybe this will change the narrative a little bit. That if you find an offense, get somebody that fits your offense. Don't try to fit somebody in your offense.
Right.
That's the one thing that should be universal when you're coaching.
You would hope so. Yeah, for sure.
Make your scheme fit your talent, not vice versa.
Not vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta deal with what you got and make your scheme fit the talent that you have. And that's what we did. And it worked.
Absolutely, because everything, especially offensively, Saquon, all those guys are great, but it does start with QB1. Everything revolves around him and his skill
Everything
set.
revolves around Jalen.
Jalen. It starts and ends with him. He's the one that the play calls come into. He's the one making the checks at the line. So he does everything that, maybe to the naked eye we don't always see. But like you said, maybe this will change the narrative on when teams, draft in April and what they do in the offseason and what they start prioritizing. Like maybe teams will start being like, we don't need the guy who's going to throw for 250 to 300 every week, and we don't need the
Right.
4 to 5,000 because them guys didn't win the Super Bowls no way. Look at
No.
that long list you just got right there. I see 45,000 passing yards and I think one ring combined.
Yeah. Well,
I
you
don't even know how
got
many Super
let me
Bowl
see.
appearances.
Jared Goff made it, but didn't win.
So
Baker's never been to the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold, nope. Lamar, nope. Justin Herbert, nope. Bo Nix, nope. Stafford won. That's it. Russell Wilson. So Stafford and Russell Wilson.
Yeah. So I think Russ went twice, and I think the other two went one each. So that's 4.
Right.
Jalen been the 2 by himself already.
Exactly.
And for all that criticism he took all year long about, what happens when they take Saquon away? What can he do? Well, I mean, the Chiefs kind of, at least in the rushing game, because I thought Saquon did everything. They kept him at 50, 52, 53 yards, something like that.
It was 57. Yeah, 57 on the day.
And Jalen ripped him apart, passing and running, because he was great scrambling too. So,
but if you remember, what did I say was going to happen? If they put 8 men in the box from that blitz, that meant that AJ Brown and Devontae Smith were on the corners on the island with them DBs. They gonna go man to man, and they got burned. Spags is a genius. He can draw up them. And damn, I gotta get my boy Jason Dunn back on again because we talked about this. When every time you gamble, every time you blitz, you gamble.
Absolutely.
Now the one got called back for the penalty, which should have been called, but then Jahan Dotson burned him.
Yeah.
Then Devontae Smith burned him. Then AJ burned him again. Then we got Devontae Smith we closed the coffin on him with that bomb to Devontae. But they kept bringing him in, and it was like they had no other game plan to cover our receivers. They couldn't do it.
They couldn't do it because you have the way this team was designed or is designed. It's just too much to handle. You gotta, everybody, and you could tell over the 2 weeks, their focus offensively with us was we can't let 2-6 beat us. We can't let him run for 200 on us. That was their game plan. But it's like, you can't do that with this team. It's just too much to handle.
I can't wait to go back and look at this game because I know I think I'm gonna do a video just on those 2 or 3 plays that I thought Saquon should have made another decision.
Yeah, made another decision. But even with that, like you said, Spags and them, they were blitzing
Water
and they
under the bridge.
8 men in the box, and they still got destroyed.
They got everybody can get got.
Everybody can get got, and so
that's exactly what happened. Carlos saying some reports say the Bears are going after Becton this offseason. I'm gonna call this. I think Becton gonna end up staying.
You think so?
I think Becton's gonna pass up more money to stay with the organization. I think he's just that type of dude. If we let him go, we let him go. But I think he would. It just seems to me like his demeanor and everything that happened to him with the Jets.
Yeah.
For him to come down and everything that Stoutland did, and that's the one thing when they talking about, especially our offensive line, you got to take Jeff Stoutland into consideration. Jeff Stoutland is the best offensive line coach in the league. So I'm saying it is going to be my prediction that Becton will take less money
to come back.
Stay. Yep. He gonna get paid.
He gonna get paid.
He could probably go somewhere else and make more money, but I think he's comfortable here, and he's gonna go off the tutelage of Stoutland because I believe if he goes in somewhere else, he ain't gonna be the same.
No, he not, and that's a huge part of. And even on the other side, I mean, I definitely think he's priority one, especially defensive. But even Zach Bond, what Vic was able to do with him, I don't know if another DC can get that. Maybe not.
Nah.
But New Orleans, and nobody got that out. Nobody saw all.
You look at what happened with T.J. Edwards. You look at what happened with Marcus Epps. All those guys that played well when they were here, they got their bag. Shit, look at what happened last year with C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Went to Detroit.
Right. So it's interesting now that these guys have the opportunity to get the bag, or do you want to stay with a winning organization?
Yeah.
So
That's
that's what they're thinking of. And we are still in the situation where veterans want to come here because
Oh,
just
yeah.
like D Hop was with Kansas City, D Hop
Mhm.
just knew he was getting him a ring. Not so much.
Not so much, man.
Not
Not
so
so much.
much. It's a
Not
shame
so
that we
much.
couldn't get Julio Jones to hang around for another year, but
Yeah.
that's the way it works out.
Yeah.
Like
He
people
was
don't understand how difficult it is to get to this big game. Do you realize Tom Brady had Randy Moss and they couldn't win?
couldn't win.
He had the best wide receiver ever.
And he couldn't win.
Couldn't win.
18-0 that year, I think. Or 17-0. And they couldn't get over that final
Couldn't
hurdle.
get over that hump.
It's
That was the
hard.
only time. That was the only time I was pulling for the Patriots to win. The only time.
Only
Because
because
they had, I believe Rex Burkhead was on that team.
I think so.
Rex Burkhead, I played with his father. His father was one of my teammates in college.
Oh, okay.
But I wanted to see them get that 18-0. I wanted to see them get perfection. But
That's just how hard
it's hard.
It's hard. A lot
It's hard.
goes.
Just like getting that three-peat.
It's hard to do.
You didn't get a three-peat. You got a three-piece upside the head. Like they put them hands on you.
Yeah, you got beat down. You know what I'm saying? The team that's been winning all these past years, they got to hand it to them. Like it's hard, and that's the thing with the Jalen slanders. Like you said, it's hard to get to one Super Bowl to win one. To get to two in a 3-year span,
especially after you lost the first one.
After you lost the first one, you know what I'm saying? Like
he's only the second quarterback to get back after Jim Kelly.
Yeah, that's it. And Jim lost all four.
I'm trying to think of did anybody else get back to it in one?
Not
John Elway.
Oh, Elway did?
John Elway lost and then he got back and then he won. And I think I want to say Peyton Manning. I could be wrong with Peyton.
Peyton won his first one. They beat Chicago for his first one.
Okay.
It took him a while to finally get to the Super Bowl. You know,
took him a while to get there.
Yeah. Once he did get over that hump, because Peyton's knock was always, he had all the regular season stuff, but he couldn't get to the Super Bowl in part because he was running to Brady. But
yeah. Hey, man. I think Milton 88 says same thing I said, Coach. Becton and Bond are coming back. I hope so. I think Sweat and Milton walk unless we do a sign and trade on Sweat and Garrett and Huff. See, Bryce Huff is going to be trade bait. Watch what happens. Yeah, because Bryce Huff played fairly well until he got hurt, and then he just couldn't get back in the lineup. But he got his ring.
He sure did.
He's
attracted to somebody out there. Somebody.
And we like Jalen Hunt, so Jalen Hunt is on the cheap. Jalen Hunt was what, a 3rd round pick or whatever it was. So he's not costing a lot of money. So they're gonna get rid of Huff, and I can see them putting Huff in for a trade. But if we do lose Milt Williams, I can see we got a Jomo. A Jomo ain't no joke.
He ain't no joke.
So
we dudes like just lined up, man. We got dudes just lined up. You know what I'm saying? I think, especially with not just the personnel we have, but with the coaches of Vic Fangio, you got to have confidence that whoever gets thrown in there will be ready to, come in and produce.
Hey, Huff didn't start off good, but before he really got hurt, he started paying dividends.
He did. He was getting a little bit better before he got hurt.
Paying dividends. So he wasn't wasn't a bust, not by any stretch.
Nah, he you know what I'm saying, he wasn't necessarily, flashing off the screen, but he was getting better and better little by little.
And the one thing you got to realize about this defense, you don't have to make the play to make the play. Just because somebody ain't getting sacks and stuff like that, don't mean that they're not doing what they need to do.
Yeah.
So
it's a very disciplined, based defense. But you know what I'm saying? But man, I just had to get in here with you, Coach, man. I got so much, but man, we won the Super Bowl. I can't believe it. I still can't believe it.
Yes, sir, man. Go get your swag.
Can't believe it. But one last thing I'm gonna ask before I get up out of here. As far as the OC, who you think offensive coordinator for next year? Who you think?
I think they would be smart to just keep Kevin Paluto.
Patullo.
Yeah, keep him. That's somebody that they all know. He knows how to run the offense. I'm like, keep it simple. You don't need no guru. They clearly got their offense. Hopefully, I would like to see Petulo stay because I don't see him going somewhere being a head coach.
No.
And I want somebody to be able to stay with Hurts for longer than a year.
Man,
You saw
give
what
him
happened when
longevity,
you saw
man.
what happened when Shane Steichen got there.
Yeah, I know.
And
Year
on that
one,
second year,
he took
Jalen
off.
had the answers to the test.
He
And
sure
it
did.
showed. So I need somebody that can give him some continuity where he knows. I want to get to a situation like Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid.
Absolutely.
That offense is not changing. Mahomes
It's not.
knows that offense inside and out, and that's what we got to get Jalen to. And I think he kind of got his first step in that situation where he's so comfortable with the offense, he can call the offense better than the offensive coordinator can, and that's what you need.
That's what you
That's
need.
why Tom Brady was so good. That's why Joe Montana, Peyton, what's the boy that got hurt from Indianapolis? He ended up walking away from the game.
Andrew
Quarterback.
Luck.
Andrew Luck. Same way. Them boys, they know the offense and they can process all of that type of stuff. Look at what Frank Reich is dealing with right now, or was. You had a bigger, stronger, faster version of Jalen Hurts and Anthony Richardson.
Man.
And they couldn't figure out what the hell to do with him. You had all of that talent. The boy can throw the ball a country mile. He's faster than Jalen. He's bigger than Jalen. He's arguably stronger than Jalen. Not too many can, squat 605, but you understand what I'm saying. But he didn't have it up here.
Sure didn't.
He didn't have it up. He didn't have it upstairs where it counted. And Jalen has got that. So that intangible factor means something. So people want to play with Jalen Hurts. Coaches want to coach Jalen Hurts. And I think we are in a situation where we at cruise control. We at altitude right now.
Oh yeah.
So if you bring somebody in, I hope they re-sign Oren Burks. I
Please.
hope they. I sent a text out to my guy. Listen, I sent a text out to my guy N'Kobe, man. I'm looking forward to hooking up with N'Kobe tomorrow. Just take pictures with him and stuff like that, because he was balling, and I hope he gets the opportunity to come back and he rehabs and he's ready to go. So it can be him, Bond, and Oren Burks. And
we can.
And don't forget, you got Trot Jr. waiting in the wings.
Yeah, waiting in the wings.
And it's only a matter of time before he balls out. It's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time. He got it in the DNA. That's for sure.
Yeah. So we in a good spot, man, to re-up. So all we got to do is stay healthy next year and not too many changes in the offense. And that dude Paluto has been here 7 years.
Oh, he's been
he's no stranger.
He's been there then.
Yeah, he's been with the Eagles since 2018.
Oh,
now he had different positions, but they were all on the offense. So he's been around for a while. So he good to go.
Oh, then that's beautiful. Because that was the only thing I'm like, man, I just hope we can give Jalen some continuity, man. Because we're looking at 4 OCs in 4 years now, man. That's no quarterback is dealing with that. I mean, every other QB around the league, you know what I'm saying, and some of them their head coaches are calling plays and whatnot, but even their OCs, they sticking around for a while, man. Jalen is on 4 OCs in 4 years, but I guess that's a gift and a curse. When you win so much, people pull from your roster and your staff, so they kind of come with the territory. But like you said, hopefully they can keep somebody who's already in-house, and that way, you know what I'm saying, we can keep that going, because as good as Jalen is, I still feel like he's ascending and getting better. You know what I'm saying? He's just continuing to grow.
25, 26 years old.
He's only getting better.
He's only getting better, man. We can reload next year.
We can reload. That defense is going to be even better next year.
Yep.
You think we get Myles Garrett? Gut feeling? You think we get him?
It's too many moving pieces. I with Myles Garrett, I'm like, if we do, great. If we don't, okay. I would love to have him, but also we in the same situation like with Hassan Reddick. You're talking about somebody that's plus 30. So how much you gonna play him? So we hoping that he can be as good as Slay is. You know what I mean? At his age, and it looks like he is, but you never know when things like that happen. Look at what's his name? Look at Von Miller.
Yeah,
Von Miller used to be a terror on the field, and the last 2 years, after that stuff happened, when he got accused of SA, he ain't been the same.
Ain't been the same. That's for sure.
He ain't been the same. So, You know, if they get Miles, I can see them putting together a package with Bryce Huff and maybe Milt Williams or Sweat or something like that. I can see that happening. I wouldn't mind having them
I wouldn't.
because
I'm with. It's a plus if it do, but if it don't,
if it
I'm
don't,
not.
we'll be okay.
Yeah,
We'll be
I'm not
okay.
messing with. I'm not messing with anything we got because I really feel like Vic Fangio is the MVP of everything. I feel like whoever, obviously there's talent there, but whoever is plugged in there, I think Vic is gonna have him ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to mess
Yeah,
with what we
man.
got because what we got potentially really special.
It's gonna be. We'll see. We'll see. We got all off
We'll see.
season,
For
man.
sure. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of people that want to come down to Philly though. That's for sure. But appreciate the time always, Coach. Man, I don't know when the
You
next
got
gonna
it,
be on
Chris.
here is, but I appreciate all the content you done brought throughout the season and playoffs, and have fun at that parade, man.
No, I will. Appreciate you,
Yes,
man.
sir. Go Birds.
Go Birds. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's we got a lot of decisions to make, but this is what Howie does best. This is what Howie Roseman does best. So Howie is the Wizard of Philadelphia. I am going to look forward to having an opportunity to take another video with Howard. I did in 2017. You saw that on the video, and I told him because we met up at the alumni game in preseason that year. And you know, we talk all that shit that we gonna win the championship and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, Howie, you did it, bro. You did it. You did it. You did it again. So hopefully I'll get a quick selfie with him. Um, so it should be fun, man. I'm trying to get trying to set up some things, man. Like I said, I'm trying to get people to commit to coming on the podcast. Even though I'll be transitioning into NCAA women's basketball and the WNBA, um, yeah, the Eagles content is not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. So I'm working on some new graphics. I thought about doing a second channel that was just like so I could separate it and do hoop on another channel, but I don't know if I want to do that. That's too much work. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm working on some new graphics that at the beginning of the video, it'll let you know exactly what we're talking about. You don't necessarily need a thumbnail. So I'm working on a couple of animation ideas. Got to do some storyboard and stuff like that. So I'll have some stuff together pretty soon. So, but I'm looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to getting into basketball and WNBA and all that kind of stuff. And of course, seeing what's going to happen in our offseason because we have a lot of decisions to make. A lot of decisions to make, man. So I'm gonna get up on out of here, man. I've been rocking and rolling for what time is it? 9:50. So a little over hour, 20 minutes. So I'm trying to get to bed early tonight because I gotta get up early tomorrow. I'm gonna be on the road probably around 6:30 because I know traffic going over the bridge is gonna be tight. NovaCare opens up at 7. So I'm gonna be the first one in there, just parking. I might shoot something in the car, you know, when I get there because I'm not gonna be able to immediately go into the NovaCare Center, but we'll see. We'll see. So but yeah, man, I appreciate everybody listening, man. This was fun, dude. It's fun being able to have these conversations. You know what I'm saying? It's fun being able to talk when you the champion, when you got your parade, and you done watched everybody else have that. I watched the parade last year, and not for nothing, not for nothing. It did not escape me that the Eagles, unless I'm wrong, if somebody heard different, put it in the chat. It didn't escape me that the Eagles did not get invited to the White House. You take that for what it's worth. And if the Chiefs would have won, would that invitation have been extended? Ain't that some shit? But listen, I'm gonna be down there tomorrow. I'm gonna have a good time. If y'all traveling, be safe. I know my boy Tone is on the plane on his way here. My boy Luther is coming in. A lot of people coming in town for the parade because they Eagles fans coming from Florida, coming from Texas, coming from South Carolina, North Carolina. I saw somebody in the chat that said Freddie Barnett's supposed to be here. Freddie Barnett is one of my teammates that I play with. So hopefully I can get Freddie B on tape. always working, man. So we'll see what's gonna happen, man. But enjoy the parade if you're going down there. Be safe. Don't try not to drink too much. Be aware of your surroundings. Take public transportation if you can, and have a good time, man. We're gonna celebrate and enjoy it like Philly does, man. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Again, look for the guy in the Kelly Green hoodie. I'll be out front. If it's too cold, I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like tomorrow. But if it's too cold, I'm gonna have my coat on, which is a green, just like a regular green Eagles jacket. So yeah, we're gonna be having some fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. So appreciate y'all hanging out with me, man. This was fun. And I'll see y'all at the parade. Go Birds.